Hey, welcome back again to Max Nave Horsemanship. And I don't know if it's going to be my last video or not, because I'm getting pretty fed up with this silliness I did the baby steps series of videos because it was just something I really wanted to do, and I had the opportunity to do it. So I thought, okay, we'll do that. It's something a little bit different. Maybe I'll get more views. Well, didn't really help much. My views went up a tiny bit. And after that was over, I did a couple videos. It did not do well at all. And then all of a sudden, I tried something different on my channel, and I'm not going to explain, but I tried something a little bit different, and it seemed to be working because all of a sudden, one of my videos went up a bit, and I thought, okay, maybe we're on to something here. But then, shortly after that, the videos following that one, lucky if we got 100 on them. In fact, no, I don't think they even made 100. So I went into my watch time to see how much there was, how many views I was actually getting, how much watch time hours, because you have to have a certain amount before you can get any kind of a financial compensation whatsoever from YouTube, which I'm pretty sure they don't want to part with their money if they don't have to. And that does seem to be the case. I've been listening to a lot of YouTubers complaining about how their income has significantly dropped. And, I always thought that these people that were making a living off of YouTube were playing with fire because they're putting all their eggs in one basket. And it's, if something goes wrong, it's not like you can just walk down the hallway to the HR department and say, hey, why is my paycheck so much smaller today? You don't get to do that. And in fact, before anything gets cleared up or explained, it may be months. It's just the way YouTube works. Well, I discovered while I was looking at my watch time hours, they had gone down dramatically, which is, I don't get it at all. But I also noticed they'd changed the wording slightly. Instead of just watch time hours, it was eligible watch time in hours. And my watch time had again dropped another 20%, and it was like, this is ridiculous. After 12 years of doing this, my hours should be going up, not down. And this is crazy. And don't buy into what you hear other YouTubers saying, because there are some that'll say, all you got to do is this, this, and this. Very simple, and you can make your channel a success, and you can make a living off of it. No, that's not true at all. YouTube decides who lives and dies at their whim, and they've never even given me a reason why. They've never explained to me. Nobody's ever said a thing that I'm doing anything wrong or why they're disregarding it. But I have so many more subscribers than viewers. It's just absurd. I mean, if each one of my subscribers watched even one video a year, my watch time hours would be higher than they are. So what's really going on, I don't know, but I've pretty much had it with this nonsense. I did switch to another platform. I was uploading videos onto that one, but those ones weren't getting views either. And then all of a sudden something went wrong with the system there. And now if I tried uploading a video, it goes onto some other channel that I don't even know where it goes. It doesn't go onto my channel. It disappears. It uploads, but it disappears and it makes a new channel or something. I don't know what it does. I don't know what's going on, but it's not there, so I don't know what's going on. And so that format is basically gone, and YouTube is, never was there, and it's getting worse. And I just can't justify doing these videos anymore. But I'm going to talk a little bit today anyhow about something you can do with your horse, because since I'm here anyhow in front of the camera, why not? Let's talk to you about this stuff. And I'm going to explain what I'm going to go do today. Now, just so that you understand the climate around here, even though it is already well into April, there's still a lot of snow on the ground still around here. In fact, even inside the building here, near the doors, there is a lot of snow, because this is not a heated building. And snow blows in around the cracks around the doors, and there's actually snowdrifts indoors here. Yep, right over there. Yeah, I can see them. I'm looking at snow. There's snow. I could make a snowball and throw it further. Anyhow, I'm going to talk a little bit about what we've been doing. Oh, darn, I lost my tool. Hang on. Well, I found what I was looking for. Good thing it's got a bright colored handle because I dropped it in the snow about halfway out to the barn here. But what I got here is, well, call it a curry comb, a shedding comb, whatever you want. There's different names for it, and there's a lot of different styles. This is just the one that happened to be cheap at the time when I was in the store, and I've had it for a while now, and it works okay. There's nothing wrong with how it works. So, you know, if the blade gets dull on one side, you can actually turn it around. It's got a spring-loaded blade. You can turn the handle around and use the other side. So it's got a fair bit of life to it, and even though I don't remember what I paid for it, but I do know it wasn't very much. It was only a few dollars. Because I'm a cheap guy. Remember that. I've told you that one before. But what I'm planning on doing today is I'm going to go out and spend some time with the horses, but I'm not going to do anything as far as training goes. I'm just going to hang out with them because that's the kind of thing that builds a good relationship and builds trust with the horses. If you don't have any expectations of it, you don't put any pressure on it, all you're going to do is go out there and brush it. And there's a few of them out here to do. So I'm going to be spending a good bit of time out there brushing them all. And even though most days the temperatures are below freezing, the horses know that spring's just around the corner and they're shedding pretty good right now. So this is a good thing to be doing, gets rid of the loose hair so that not as much of it ends up all over me, because it does tend to do that. And actually, I don't know, you probably can't see it in the camera, but even my lead rope and halter, they're covered with hair right now because the horses are shedding, and hopefully this will help a little bit. And if nothing else, it's not going to hurt any. And the horses kind of like that, you know, getting rid of all the loose hair actually makes them feel a little bit better. And they kind of like the rub and scratching sensation that this produces. And like I said, it's just spending time with them. You know, I'm just going to hang out with them, brush on them, love on them, tell them they're good horses. And I'm not going to do anything other than that, you know, unless something, you know, a situation arises that dictates that I do in fact have to put my foot down and say, no, that's not allowed, or I want you to do this, that. The other thing, I do have my lead and halter with me just in case. Always be prepared. I may never put it on one of them. Maybe I will have to get them to stand still for brushing so that they aren't just moving around it, you know, as they please. You know, which once I start brushing, they probably won't, but I got it just in case. I'm prepared. And that's something I've mentioned in other videos, is being prepared. And if I do any more videos, I might talk about that some more too, and the importance of that, because not being prepared can be really a bad thing sometimes. So today I'm just going to go out and hang out with the horses, brush on them, love on them, tell them they're good horses, and they're going to appreciate it. It's a simple thing that all of you could do. And like I said, at this time of year, I'm pretty sure most of you got one of these things, some form of curry comb, brush, shedding comb thing, you call it what you want, all different shapes and sizes and designs. They do the same job, just different ways. Use what works for you or what you happen to have. I don't care, it doesn't really matter. Just be careful, these things can be sharp. Don't cut yourself with it. And be careful you don't cut the horse with it either. You know, keep it pretty flat on the horse when you're using it so you don't dig into them. Because these edges, these blades can be fairly sharp. They're not incredibly sharp, but you know, if you gouged in, I'm sure that would hurt. And well, there's remnants of a price tag that was on it. Sorry, it doesn't say how much it was anymore, but like I said, it was more than a few dollars. It's one of those things that it's also very good for removing ice, mud, all kinds of stuff from your horse too. You can use this, you know, prior to putting your saddle on. I'm not big on brushing the horse, but this tool actually gets used a fair bit, even during the non-shedding season, because if they happen to get mud where I want to put a saddle and I want to ride the horse, I want to get rid of that mud so it doesn't turn into a big mud pack on their back when I put a saddle on, because that can happen, you know, especially if the saddle's been on for a while and they start sweating. All that mud that's dried into their hair, well, it's probably going to turn into liquid mud, and yeah, that's not going to be a good thing. So it's also, when it's still in the dry state, it might be uncomfortable. So use one of these things and clean off where the saddle goes and where the cinch goes underneath. And the rest of the horse, if it wants to be muddy, well, don't get too excited about it. I know a lot of you want a clean, shiny looking horse, but the reality is that's not what horses do. Horses kind of like rolling around in the mud, and it's not unusual at all to see them plastered with mud. So If that happens to be the way they are, well, if they're happy, why should you worry about it? Okay? But go brush your horse, spend some time with it, hang out, don't put a pressure on it, and that really helps build a relationship. And at this time of year, you can go out and do that just about every day, and there's still going to be more hair to come off, always is. And every day you go out there and you do the same thing, and the horse is going to appreciate it, it's going to enjoy it, and it's going to build your relationship, which is very important, is have a good relationship with the horse. Okay? Take care, go play with the horse, and have a good day. Bye now.